Belly fat is more than just an annoyance that makes your clothes feel too tight. Belly fat can be quite harmful to your health. Visceral fat, a form of abdominal fat, is a key risk factor for type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and other diseases. The body mass index is used by several health organizations to classify weight and predict the risk of metabolic disease. This is deceiving, because those with excess abdominal fat, even if they appear lean, are at an elevated risk. Though reducing weight in this area can be challenging, there are a few things you can do to lose weight in this area. Here are 10 scientifically proven methods for losing belly fat effortlessly. Tip number 10. Consume a lot of soluble fiber. Soluble fiber absorbs water and creates a gel, which helps food travel through your digestive system more slowly. According to studies, this sort of fiber aids weight loss by making you feel full, causing you to eat less naturally. It may also reduce the number of calories absorbed by your body from eating. Furthermore, soluble fiber may aid in the reduction of abdominal fat. An observational study of over 1,000 adults indicated that increasing soluble fiber consumption by 10 grams reduced belly fat accumulation by 3.7% over a 5-year period. So make an effort to consume high-fiber foods every day. Excellent sources of soluble fiber include flax seeds, shirataki noodles, Brussels sprouts, avocados, legumes, and blackberries. Soluble fiber may help you to lose weight by increasing fullness and reducing calorie absorption. So please try to include plenty of high-fiber foods in your weight loss diet. Tip number 9. Avoid trans fat-containing meals. Pumping hydrogen into unsaturated fats like soybean oil produces trans fats. They're still in some margarine and spreads, and they're frequently added to packaged meals, but many food manufacturers have abandoned their use. In observational and animal research, these lipids have been associated with inflammation, cardiac disease, insulin resistance, and belly fat growth. So please avoid this type of trans fat-containing meals. Some studies have linked a high intake of trans fat to increased belly fat gain. Regardless of whether you're trying to lose weight, limiting your intake of trans fat is a perfect idea for losing belly fat and weight in general. Tip number 8. Don't drink too much alcohol. In modest doses, alcohol can be beneficial to your health, but if you drink too much, it can be dangerous. According to research, drinking too much alcohol can cause you to grow belly fat. Heavy alcohol intake is linked to a dramatically higher risk of developing central obesity, or excess fat accumulation around the waist, according to observational research. Reducing your alcohol consumption may help you lose weight. You don't have to completely give up alcohol, but limiting how much you consume in a single day can help. More than 2,000 participants took part in one study on alcohol consumption. Results showed those who drank alcohol daily but averaged less than 1 drink per day had less belly fat than those who drank less frequently but consumed more alcohol on the days they drank. Excessive alcohol intake has been associated with increased belly fat. If you need to reduce your waistline, consider drinking alcohol in moderation or abstaining completely. Tip number 7. Eat a high-protein diet. Protein is an extremely important nutrient for weight management. High protein intake increases the release of the fullness hormone PYY, which decreases appetite and promotes fullness. Protein also raises your metabolic rate and helps you to retain muscle mass during weight loss. Many observational studies show that people who eat more protein tend to have less abdominal fat than those who eat a lower protein diet. Be sure to include a good protein source at every meal, such as meat, fish, eggs, dairy, whey protein, and beans. High-protein foods, such as fish, lean meat, and beans, are ideal if you're trying to shed some extra pounds around your waist. Tip number 6. Reduce your stress. Stress can make you gain belly fat by triggering the adrenal glands to produce cortisol, which is also known as the stress hormone. Research shows that high cortisol levels increase appetite and drive abdominal fat storage. What's more, women who already have a large waist tend to produce more cortisol in response to stress. Increased cortisol further adds to fat gain around the middle. To help reduce belly fat, engage in pleasurable activities that relieve stress. Practicing yoga or meditation can be effective methods. Stress may promote fat gain around your waist, so minimizing stress should be one of your priorities if you're trying to lose weight. Tip number 5. Don't eat a lot of sugar foods. Sugar contains fructose, which has been linked to several chronic diseases when consumed in excess. These include heart disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, and fatty liver disease. Observational studies show a relationship between high sugar intake and increased abdominal fat. It's important to realize that more than just refined sugar can lead to belly fat gain. Even healthier sugars, such as real honey, should be used sparingly. Excessive sugar intake is a major cause of weight gain in many people. Limit your intake of candy and processed foods high in added sugar. Tip number 4. Do cardio. Cardio is an effective way to improve your health and burn calories. Cardio is one of the most effective forms of exercise for reducing belly fat. However, results are mixed whether moderate or high-intensity exercise is more beneficial. In any case, the frequency and duration of your exercise program are more important than its intensity. One study found that postmenopausal women lost more fat from all areas when they did aerobic exercise for 300 minutes per week, compared with those who exercised 150 minutes per week. Cardio is an effective weight loss method. It's particularly effective at slimming your waistline. Tip number 3. Cut refined carbs. Reducing your carb intake can be very beneficial for losing fat, including abdominal fat. Diets with under 50 grams of carbs per day cause belly fat loss in people who are overweight, those at risk for type 2 diabetes, and women with polycystic ovary syndrome. You don't have to follow a strict low-carb diet. Simply replacing refined carbs with unprocessed starchy carbs may improve metabolic health and reduce belly fat. People with the highest consumption of whole grains were 17% less likely to have excess abdominal fat than those who consumed diets high in refined grains. A high intake of refined carbs is associated with excessive belly fat. Consider reducing your carb intake or replacing refined carbs in your diet with healthy carb sources, such as whole grains, legumes, or vegetables. Tip number 2. Lift weights. Resistance training, also known as weightlifting or strength training, is important for preserving and gaining muscle mass. Based on studies involving people with prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, and fatty liver disease, resistance training may also be beneficial for belly fat loss. In fact, one study involving teenagers with overweight showed that a combination of strength training and aerobic exercise led to the greatest decrease in visceral fat. If you decide to start lifting weights, it's a good idea to get advice from a certified personal trainer. Strength training can be an important weight loss strategy and may help reduce belly fat. It's even more effective in combination with aerobic exercise. Tip number 1. Plenty of sleep. Sleep is essential for a variety of health factors, including weight management. People who don't get enough sleep are more likely to acquire weight, including belly fat, according to studies. Those who slept less than 5 hours per night were considerably more likely to gain weight than those who slept 7 hours or more per night, according to a 16-year study involving more than 68,000 women. Excess visceral fat has also been linked to sleep apnea, a disease in which breathing stops periodically throughout the night. Make sure you're receiving enough quality sleep, in addition to sleeping at least 7 hours per night. Sleep deprivation has been related to a higher chance of gaining weight. Getting enough high-quality sleep should be one of your main priorities if you plan to lose weight and improve your health. There are no quick fixes for reducing belly fat fast. Weight loss will always need some effort, dedication, and perseverance on your part. If you successfully implement some or all of the tactics and lifestyle goals outlined in this article, you will undoubtedly reduce weight around your waist. Subscribe to our channel for the best tips and ways to lose belly fat. Let us know in the comments what kind of videos you would like to see to achieve your goals.